Let's see how much reclaim available. Only 6,000 on the clock, so not that good to be honest.
Well, a lot of maxes.
Oh yeah, that is true.
It's a good thing that I disabled my DUI mod from yesterday that Azot made, which is a mod that it can hide all player names and chat. So you're just completely blind. You don't know who is who. So good thing I disabled that, so I can see who which player is.
Yeah, that is very nice. But what do you think about the player setups and the factions and everything? Because it seems like we will have a single Seraphim per team and also 2 UEF for the bottom team and 2 Cyber for the top team.
Let me see. Bottom, White Owl, Sarah, Limes UEF and Blinchik UEF. I'm surprised there's no Aeon. I don't think... I think Seraphim would be my least favorite faction on this map. It seems like it will eventually go into the Tech 3 stage, maybe rather quickly even, because of... Like, there's not a lot of reclaim, but there is quite a lot of maxes.
Yeah, the maxes are gonna be enough to power the economy fast.
I think it feels like just quite a lot of Tech 1 spam for the mid control for all the maxes into Tech 3 rush. I think that's kind of what's gonna happen. And
yeah, also with just how open the map is, Aurora still wouldn't be bad, and the T2 rush with the Blaze would still be powerful, so...
Well, yeah, I don't think you would spam Auroras, but the Tech 2 Blaze rush would definitely happen. But for Seraphim, it's... Your Tech 1 spam is not good, but not bad either, just average with forward, but it's not necessarily fast. And then Tech 2, you have Yadzins, which are fast, but Tech 3, your Tech 3 is just slow, generally speaking, and it's not great for raiding, so it's nothing like a Harp or a Titan or a Loya, so... It's kinda
not to mention, I feel you would prefer to get the Galactic Colossi on this map, compared to others. Especially as it could actually supplement the Percivals quite nicely.
Yeah, generally speaking, as you see, is better than a chicken, but it's just more... Well, it's not necessarily better, but it's a lot easier to use. That is the main benefit, so it's a lot harder to properly use a chicken. Like, a chicken can potentially have better value than a GC, but it's harder to do. So that's why GC is kind of the safe option, generally speaking.
Yeah, and it seems like both players on the right side are actually gonna go for a bomber. Meanwhile, Vindex is gonna be the only player actually going for the drop, as we can see after making the single Inti. He's gonna go for the T1 transport to actually go and drop some units.
Yeah, the start is gonna be a bit slow. They have not a lot of maxes in their spawn area. Most of the maxes are out there. I like the quick scouts from Blast. Actually instantly sees the bomber when it's out.
Yeah, that is gonna be huge.
That is the best possible result for him.
Yeah, and we can already see the bomber trying to run away to get out of the radar.
Oh my god, but he's going back home with the bomber for some reason. He's like, well, you've seen it, I guess it's over. No, you still have to go in.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he just wants to go and hide it from the scout and go somewhere else, but this is gonna be such a big loss of the tempo.
I think what he might be trying to do is, if your bomber is seen, if Blast didn't build his own bomber, but if Blast built an Inti, then with his scout he could have instantly locked the bomber. So he's expecting a locked bomber and he's trying to protect it when an Inti might have locked it, but it didn't happen. But I think that's what he tried to prevent. So
and the micro actually managed to drop the bombs. Ah, not enough.
Yeah, it does stay a single kill. Bomber.
And the problem is that the expanding engine would actually killed by the bomber. He's gonna get replaced by the AC on the right flank, so yeah. It was unfortunately not that good of a bomber.
But the bomber from White Owl was scouted by Vindex's scouts, but Hype, it seems to have missed. Oh no, he's locked.
No, he was just late to react, but the bomber have been already locked in, meaning it is gonna fall down without killing anything. So yeah, it seems like all of the bombers were nothing but a fumble.
So generally speaking, life is gonna be toughest for Blast and for Blinchik, because you can already see the blue rays from Limes coming for Blast. Although they would be doing best to try and kill the factory on the left expansion that's being built, but I don't think they...
Yeah, they have no info about it, and the problem was that they didn't even shoot at the T1 engineer because of the small hill here. As you can see, the engineer was in the hole, so yeah.
He does kill one engineer, but there was not a lot of lab Michael, just right-clicked it and...
I mean, it was
the
2
factory
mech
will be
marines
done.
for a single engineer and a scout, so yeah, I don't think it was really worth it.
Yeah, it wasn't. Denying the factory would have been huge, but this is... I mean, it's still an attempted run rate, so...
Yeah, gonna
It's not
go
a
and
big
tax the
investment,
APM a
just
little
2
bit.
Marines. So, Vindex is, interestingly enough, he dropped mid to make a proxy, some proxy factories. And he's spamming labs out of it, but he's Cyber, which I do not understand, because they just die to tanks, and Mantis are also super fast. It's the
Yeah,
awkward thing
exactly.
of Cyber, where why make labs if Mantis is also quick?
Yeah, he's already switching to Mantis from what I can see, or maybe it was just a misclick.
Don't think. Okay, now, yeah, okay, now he switched to Mantis.
So it might have
No,
been
it
genuinely
wasn't
just a
misclick.
misclick when he was trying to just mash the buttons and get the units fast. Because as we
I
can see,
think-
the ACU from Blinchik is already coming in.
I think the plan of the top team is slightly better though. They seem to have a lot more map control just because of that early drop.
Yeah.
And the issue is the bottom team is focused on defending against all the raids, which means that Vindex can just expand through his maxes without being raided. So even if his own raids aren't necessarily killing something, he's indirectly securing his own maxes by keeping the bottom team busy, which allows him to get his maxes faster. So you just need to watch out for this SU from Blinchik.
Yeah,
which
we can
should-
see that the PD is
should
actually being
coming.
built as a response, so yeah, very nice. As 4 factories and a single PD should be just enough to go and hold alone some ACU. Especially as we can see that the hybrid is also moving his ACU downwards.
Yes, Blinchik needs to be careful, but he can get quite a bit of value here with his ASU. The question is, does he have enough intel to know that the other ASUs are too late? Like with his own unit supporting him, the PD actually got up, he didn't focus the last engineer.
Yeah,
Which,
although it's gonna go and fall down in 1 more second. Which is unfortunate, though still 2000 damage.
Yeah, but he lost quite a bit of HP. And now he's shooting at the worst Mantis that's behind the factory, so he's getting quite unlucky there.
Yeah, 4000 HP loss, which is, I don't think, that good of a trade for a single PD. Especially as the PD is gonna get rebuilt in no time.
Yeah, because it finished, that means the wreck spawns as well. If he would have killed the engineer, then it would have been a lot better, but I guess it's easy to say in hindsight.
Also, very nice use of the Jesters to actually go and make sure that the early T1 raids cannot get through. As we can see, Blast not only building the interceptors to cover the air, but also to go and cover the Jesters from being shot down by other
Oh
ETs.
yeah. Yeah, Justice are very nice early game on maps like this defensively.
And also, it seems like Blinchik might be in trouble, as the T1 PD is gonna go and deal more damage to him. He will go grab the Veterancy
The
upgrade.
Mantis is finishing
Oh,
it!
no.
He's finishing it with the Mantis! It's so close to being done! But Hybrid is used now here.
Actually,
but-
Hybrid is playing on 2 flanks at the same time, because we can see him actually building a factory on the right flank,
Oh, true.
where he is
He's also doing
supporting
a drop on
Blast.
the bottom left.
And yeah, the drop might... Is it spotted? The drop is actually unspotted. There was no radar coverage or anything, so enemy team doesn't have any clue, but no. It seems they spotted it somewhere along the way. But will they find it?
Oh yeah, he's seen it. It was
Oh, yeah.
just a 6 tanks drop, so not that bad, but it's a nice attempt. So all these maxes from Malimes in the middle of the map, they are wide open. There's no units defending them whatsoever. He is rushing T3 air. He is already finished 2 pigeons and is going T3 air. Meanwhile, the only one even being on tech to air, actually both Blast and Hybrid are on tech to air, but they don't even have a pigeon finish. So basically Limes is going full tech to air rush, but I doubt that's the best idea, because he will lose the entirety of mids to raids.
Yeah, what was also interesting, it seems like Blast is gonna go for the Corsairs, as he is gonna finish the T2 Pigeon and then basically assist all of the units to start making the Corsair spam. So it might actually become quite dicey, because while they might get the T3 air later on, they might lose some ACUs to basically the Corsair spam. As we can see, there is like no interceptors available compared to the top team. which have like
Yeah.
3 players building them all the time.
Yeah, the game didn't really turn out how I expected it to be, because there's basically, it's a 2v1 on both sides. I thought this is how it would go out, but Limes actually walked to the left to help Blinchik, so it's a 2v2 on the left and a 1v1 on the right. But then it just leaves White Owl against the higher rated Blast, like he's against the strongest enemy player, plus Blast has like double base worth of Nexus, so White Owl is gonna be in an awful position very soon.
And yeah, and Blinchik ACU is unfortunately getting lower and lower, unable to compete with these 2 ACUs coming from the top side. Hybrid indeed is going in. And considering that soon enough they should have Corsair support, this might actually be the game-winning move here.
There's 2 Sarah gunships coming from Hybrid. There's not that much air supporting them. I think bottom team can suicide their ins to just kill both of them. But they need to do it quick enough, because it's a lot of DPS on those 2 gunships.
Yeah, not to mention, we can see Corsairs also be lining towards this position, so Blin might be the first victim of the game.
Bully? I heard you say bully instead of Blinchik.
Oh, I don't know, honestly.
Okay, sure. He did get his second vet though, so that helps him survive a lot longer, but there's so much on him, man. Both of the gunships are red HP, so they are perfectly on 100 HP, both of them, so he took the maximum amount of
Yeah, and
damage.
there is 2 more of them coming in, so yeah, this is gonna be basically it for Mr. Small Pancake. As we can see, his AC dropping down to 1000 HP with no veterancy upgrade inside.
Yeah, that's...
And the Corsairs are now going for the Limes ACU. The ASF are also coming out for Limes, but is this gonna be anywhere enough?
I don't think Limes will die, but I mean the ASF having to be used to defend him, he doesn't want to lose any of them. He needs to go back home and repair them, because like
I mean, he's still afraid of the more Corsairs coming in here. Not to mention, he has to go and actually move his ACU out of the harm's way, as we can see that the Corsairs are doing really good damage as the ACU is not dodging at all, dropping out to 2500 HP. And now 2 more gunships coming in, 2 Vultos from Hybrid. So
yeah,
this is gonna be a very close call. And the man made a gunship, not an ASF, he made a broadsword, meaning
he made a broadsword! Oh my god, oh that's such a
blunder.
Like, I don't think there was any saving Blinchik, but...
I mean, I think he could just stay alive, because those 2 broadswords are basically like 4 ASF, if not more.
He made a third as well!
Yeah, he just started making broadsword for some reason, instead of going for the ASF and basically securing the position. But now the 2 Corsairs are actually now going for the pigeons belonging to White Owl.
Yeah, I mean, this is... I don't know why it turned into air snipe so fast and why there wasn't enough response, but it's over. Like, well, there's no way White Owl can 1v3 this.
I mean, he's still trying to go and shut down Vindex, but unfortunately interceptors are gonna be just enough to go and deal with the broadswords.
Where's the... Okay, there's another gun. Yeah, there's the Sarah gunships are gonna shoot the broadsword down as well, funnily enough.
Yeah.
I think Vindex is actually dead, by the way.
Yeah, it is gonna be very bad. The man is gonna die, although I guess with the wreckage from the broadsword, it's still not that bad of a trade.
The ACU explosion killed 2 of them though, or at least damaged them. There's still Corsairs beelining in from Blast. So basically what White Owl needs to do, he needs to make this a 1v1. There's still no T... Okay, there's T-Trader on Blast, which he himself probably just pinged. So he can rush a T3P here. The moment Hybrid realizes he inherited the Tier 3 Air HQ, which is still idle, there we go. So they are still on the timer. Blast seems to be relatively safe, he's running towards home.
And yeah, it seems like the T3 Pigeon is gonna stay alive just on 700 HP, which is gonna be enough to cover it.
Oh shit.
That was a very close walk.
Yeah,
but the problem is not that he also loses, the bottom team now is also losing the land control.
But yeah, but they were kind of losing it to begin with because of the insanely fast T3 air rush from Limes. Meanwhile, his mirror just went for quite some land spam, so it's...
Yeah, and also the drop from him secured a lot of space on the middle.
Yeah, they were behind Eco, like, and map control a lot from the start, basically a 60-40 split. And the T3 air, well, clearly didn't quite work out. The only way, okay, Hybrids made the transport and is dropping his ACU back home, which is the correct move. If
Yeah, you wanna protect it from the snipes and everything. But it also seems like there is a bunch of T1 tanks going for the pigeons belonging to White Owl in the air factory. Oh, cool. Okay, it seems like there is gonna be a T2 drop with Ilshis to go and secure it, which is very nice.
I kind of like how he spent the time, like clearly the time in APM is now the main constraint of White Owl. I like how he spent the time in APM to load to Ilshis to drop them to defend against it instead of just making a single PD.
Well, he still made the PDs. I think he's just paranoid about losing the T3 RHQ.
Well, yeah, he did, but it was a lot later. It was kind of funny to me, but the drop gets cleaned up. But it's there's Corsairs on the right side that
yeah, they're getting peaks on the T2 pigeons and everything
Disgusting.
else.
Honestly.
Actually,
I mean,
they could maybe even snipe the ACU because the man is not paying attention.
I mean, Limes is not happy, but and he just left.
Oh
but
god.
He's the one that greedily rushed T3 air with no other units.
Yeah. I mean, T2 air is powerful, right? But you can still play around it, especially in tournaments when you can expect it to happen.
Yeah.
Like, losing ACUs is basically a death sentence, so T2 air is very good here. And it seems like the drop from the... Okay, it's just a Medusa drop, so yeah, nothing big. But
yeah,
it
the
still
worst
deal some
part
damage.
was that it was the two best players as well that died. Especially losing Blinchik on a map like this is a huge deal.
Yeah, the man would actually boom here quite nicely.
Like, long term, Blinchik is such a fighting force on a map like this. There's a few notas, they're killing the upgrading Tech 3 HQ on the bottom left.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
That is horrible. The ASF are gonna shoot them down, but it's gonna be too late. And it's gonna be even worse as the T2 HQ on the right side is also gonna get destroyed by a 10 Medusa drop from Blast Shield. Meaning that the man is gonna...
Yeah, this is G. My guy so hard. Yeah.
This is basically cyberbullying.
It was. I kind of felt bad at the end. Like, you don't kill him, but you just... like, he's walking on... what's the English words? You know, when you have
on
like,
the
a broken
tightrope?
leg. No. When you have a broken leg and you have to, like, the things in
Ah,
your
with
hands
crutches.
yeah, that's to support yourself. And they're basically, like, kicking them away from him. And letting him, like, try to stand back up and then kick them away again.
Exactly. The man just got bullied out of the game. The mental damage have been just way too much to handle. But
well,
yeah,
that was a fast one.
I mean, it was a fast one, but also a nice watch, to be honest.